Good evening, race fans. Here, Brett. I'm already gonna mess this up. How about that? But we're the Monsters of Dirt with the AC2 Skinz UMP Modified Series here at Limaland Motorsports Park, and we're in qualifying right now. And Brett, if you look on the track, you see Hayden Cardwell top of the charts so far with Shane James and Zach McSwain, and we're currently watching Eric Scalf in a 26E who just put in a time for sixth spot.
Yeah, looking at some of the drivers here, it's certainly a little bit different to be on the other end of the side of things. Of course, I wasn't sure how long I was actually going to be here tonight. I actually might have to go during the main event, but looking at the times, there's a lot of good drivers. Yeah, tonight, Hayden Carbel, of course, 12.924 is quick time. Kendall Tucker, meanwhile, just jumped up to position 3 with a 12.977. And tonight, Stephen, of course, going back to fixed setup racing for the UMP Modified, something we know all too much about here on Ultimate Dirt TV, especially on a Sunday night. It's no surprise we're seeing a lot of these fast drivers come out to the Limaland Motorsports Park and test their hand around here once again.
Yes, sir. Right now we're on watching the 257 of Blake Garrett, the Team VLR car, the Dirty Grass Souls.
I can't hear you if you're talking.
Aprons screening. The sponsors on that car of the 257 of Blake Garrett. Right now he's 11th quickest on the track.
Just with ATVO, Steve, just hit tick a green, and that'll take the checkered flag off there. Other than that, everything is a-okay.
All right.
We've got 90 seconds in this qualifying session left here before we get into the opening. What would be probably 3, even 4 heat races at most, but I think we'll have 3 heat races on the program for tonight. Each heat race is going to be 8 laps in distance, where the top 4 will go through to the main event. We'll also have a B main as well. And we are going to lock 24, might even be locking 25 drivers into tonight's what is going to be a 50-lap main event here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. A short little bull ring track, Steve. The guys are, they're really going to be up on the wheel around this Limaland Raceway.
Yes, indeed. And right now we're watching Blake Murray in the 3B, the Elite Chassis, iRacing iFlags sponsored car, as he goes to complete his first lap. He will be scored 22nd. And they got to be careful, make sure don't hit a wall or the tires, because you get an X and your lap don't count. As he crosses the second time, he does not improve. He's still 22nd. That's Blake Murray in a 3B.
Also on the racetrack as well in that Daredevil Racing FEGPC Caliber 24 JR. Daniel Cummings Jr. Steve coming off a podium. Was it last night in the Pro Late Models? Was Daniel Cummings Jr.?
That's right. He did. He finished second. And that's going to be it for qualifying.
We'll do it for qualifying, as we are going to have. Just waiting on it. Is there going to be 3 heats, in fact, for tonight's opening round of your AC2 Skinz at UMP Modifieds, presented by Monsters of Dirt.
All right, starting in front row is car number 7 of Hayden Cardwell. On his outside is his teammate in the 42, Jordan Casey. Starting your second row inside in car number 26E, it's Eric Scalf. And starting on his outside in car 257 is Blake Garrett. Starting your third row inside, it's Daniel Powell in the 32. And on his outside, car number 24, Daniel Cummins. And for some reason, his paint's not showing up on my screen. It shows a black car. Starting 7th would be Pete Kiley. And starting 8th be Rocky Battenfield. Starting 9th is James Schmidt and car number 67. And that is your heat race number 1 lineup.
Well, this is going to be a tough heat race. We said just prior to going live, Steve, that they might be short on numbers here tonight, but I tell you what, the drivers that have made their way and made the trip out to the Limaland Motorsports Park, for the UMP Modified Series here with the Monsters of Dirt. First heat, you look at the likes of Hayden Cuttle, Jordan Casey, Eric Scalp, Blake Garrett, Daniel Cummings Jr., Daniel Powell was pretty quick last night. Rocky Battenfield was that one of those drivers inside the top 10 of the late model series. And you got these regular front runners here tonight, and you put them on a short track here in a UMP modified. Well, things are going to get dicey. It's going to be one hell of a show.
Definitely with these fixed races for the UMP modifieds, we have witnessed many times with fixed setups in these UMP modifieds. They put on one hell of a show, that's for sure. And remember, it's quality over quantity, Brett. Any league owner would take that any day when you have these great names racing. As lights will go out on the pace truck, this time we're going green. This time around with Hayden Cardwell and Jordan Casey. Brett, lead us off, sir.
All right, heat number one here of the AC2 Skinz UMP Modified Series presented by Monsters of Dirt. We are here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Pace truck to the infield. It's a couple of D1RT cars up front. As the green flag is going to fly. Heat number one is underway. Carwell down to the low side, as is Casey. And you go back to Eric Scalp as well, back there in that third position right now. The battle is on for the fourth and final transfer spot. That's going to be Daniel Powell on the inside of Blake Garrett. They race side by side, lap number one in the books.
That's right, Garrett's on the outside looking in, trying to do anything he can to run the high side in that 257 car. But you look right now, the teammates up front, 1 and 2, D1RT entries. What a pretty car Jordan Casey has this time.
Yeah, there must be a new paint scheme now that the Jim Emery has done at Supermoon Graphics and made that car look very, very nice, I must say, as he's just running a little bit lower than Hayden Cardwell through 1 and 2. Scarf doing a good job in third. Fourth, Daniel Powers cleared away from Blake Garrett, but Garrett going to fight back up on the inside, down through turn number 3 and 4. 3 in the books, make that 4 in the books, slowing 4 laps left to run. Garrett almost into the side of Powell, and the battle is on right now again, Steve, for that fourth and final transfer spot.
That's right, Blake Garrett's not giving up easily. He's trying to fight back with everything he has with Powell, but Powell just has the momentum coming out of the turns. As you see, Powell's running the middle and Garrett's running the bottom line as it comes across the start-finish line.
Couple of laps to run here in the opening heat race of the night. In fact, it'll be 1 to go this time by the D1RT number 7 machine, the World of Thunder. Entry of Hayden Cardwell will lead down the back straight away for the final time, heat number 1, and he will start on pole. Hayden Cardwell victorious. Second will be Jordan Casey. Eric Scalf going to come home third. Fourth will be Daniel Powell. Rounding up the top 5 is going to be Blake Garrett, just ahead of Daniel Cummings Jr. in 6th. Rocky Battenfield in position number 7. Then we go back to Pete Carley in 8th, and 9th was James Schmidt.
All right, Brett. Our heat race number 2 will look like this. On the front row is car number 3 is Shane James, and on his outside, car number 25 is Zach McSwain. On your second row is Dylan Thomas and Jason McConnell. On your third row is Dylan Petty in a 5. And Chris Myers will start 6th. Aaron Brumbelow will start 7th. Jesse Jondra will start 8th. 9th is Randy Rockwell, and then Jace Jondra will start 10th. Brett, who do you think is going to win this?
Ooh, this is a tough one between James and McSwain, though. It's, I think with the way the track is at the moment, just a little bit narrow, I'm going to go with Shane James. And just because he starts on bowl, just because he'll be able to dictate the pace on when this field, goes to green.
That's right, he does get to dictate it, but you know, McSwain has had fight within him all couple months long. He's been showing why. He is now a champion in another league, and how he battles. He could be a good pro driver next season when it comes to qualifying. Lights going to pace truck. We're going green this time. 8 laps of distance.
Now, they've been told to wait till the yellow cone before they fire off, so I'll just, obviously, they didn't want people firing off, sort of going on the entry to turn number 3. So it will be...
Green flag, green flag.
Shut up, Tommy. Green flag is out, run away. Heat number 2 here, the AC2 Skinz modified. It's James to lead McSwain. Here comes the Yardbird. Dylan Thomas up on the inside of McSwain. And the battle is on for second and third, and also for fourth and fifth. Petty and McConnell, they're going to race side by side through turn number 1 and 2 as well, but the leader is Shane James.
That's right. Look at Petty trying to do everything he can on the bottom side as he's in the final transfer, but look out. Jason McConnell trying to take it from him, and he does down the back straightaway. He's in that fourth and final transfer spot.
McConnell in the 114 car, the black and blue 114 car, right through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. We are halfway home this time by as they make their way out of turn number 4. James, McSwain, Thomas, and McConnell, your top 4 that are looking to transfer directly from the heat race straight into tonight's 50-lap main event. Dylan Petty rides in second. Make that fifth, sorry, excuse me. Chris Myers, Aaron Brumbelow, and Jesse Johnsrud to make up this 8-car field. And Steve, at the moment, with this track being so narrow, we are seeing a lot of the drivers, in fact, all the drivers, are on that bottom side, 2 to go.
That's right. Track is really narrow, and, you know, if you want to make something, you got to do it at the start of the race. As you see Shane James going into turn number 3, coming out turn number 4 to pick up the white flag this time. As they go in turn number 1, he's working that very bottom line. Going down the back straightaway, he has around about 4-car length advantage over McSwain. Coming out for heat race number 2 winner will be Shane James, Zach McSwain, Dylan Thomas, Jason McConnell, Dylan Petty, Chris Myers, Aaron Brumbelow, Jesse Jondra, Randy Rockwell, and Jason Jondra.
Now, just go back to, we're talking about the Jordan Casey car. I've just been advised by Jim Emery at Supermoon Graphics that Jordan painted that car. So now I'm going to take that back, and that car sucks.
All right, give me just a second here. If you can go ahead and give us our starting lineup for heat race number 3, Brett.
All right, starting on pole, car number 00 of Kendall Tucker. On his outside, the D1RT Racing car number 84. That is Clay Devon to start position number 2. Car number 88 of Kevin McNatt will roll off position number 3 at a position number 4. And that FTPR Racing I flags number 20. In fact, it'll be the number 3 car. Elite chassis, that's going to be Blake Murray at a position 4. Position 5 is going to be the 64 of Bryce Nichols. Position 6 will now move up to be John Etheridge in car number 421 with Anthony Cordill rounding out this 7-car field. Corey Whitworth is DC. He is done for.
Yeah, I guess he is. Lights are out. Pace truck's pulling in. This time, Kendall Tucker on the lap. That green flag is off. Swindell Speed Labs as he won the super late models last night of the Monsters of Dirt. See, coming out of 2, he's running a different line than the other drivers. He's running that middle line. But look at the 43 car. That is Kevin McNatt battling with Clay Devon for that 2nd spot.
Yeah, Devon on the outside, McNatt in that number 88 machine. Why has he got he's got a different skin to me than you? Let's just look at the broadcast. So now we'll say Kevin McNatt in 3rd position at the moment. But here comes the number 3 machine of Blake Murray. He's working to the middle of the racetrack. He's right through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. In fact, he got right up on the cushion at the center of the turn. But, boy, Tucker is just too good at the moment. Clay Devon struggling to keep pace with the 00 machine out in front.
As you look, they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway to complete lap number 4. Halfway down, halfway to go this time. And in the final transfer spot right now, it's car number 3 of Blake Murray. Bryce Nichols on the outside looking in.
Yeah, Nichols in that number 64 machine. We've had a couple of puns at him in the last couple of nights, so we'll leave the penny alone for tonight. At the moment, John Etheridge rides in 6th. Anthony Cadill in 7th. They come to 2 to go that time by Kendall Tucker, the Swindell Speed Lab. iRacing I flag, number 00 will just have one more lap to complete as he comes off turn number 4 to get the heat race number 3 victory.
Here you go, see him coming out as they get the white flag. Down in turn number 3, look at Clay Devitt digging hard, cannot complete it. As you will see your results, Kendall Tucker, Clay Devitt, Kevin McNatt, Blake Murray, Bryce Nichols, John Etheridge, Anthony Cordell round out the field.
And it looks like these drivers are going to get put into a C main. This is probably just going to be to eliminate the cars because we've got 1, 2, 3, 8 cars, 2, 4, 6, 8 cars already locked into the B, where we'll take 4 from this, so that'll put us 12, and then we'll take 11. So 1 car is going to get eliminated from the B. However, with this C main, we've scheduled 9 in this one, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are going to make it. 6 are going to start, and 4 are going to go through. So essentially, we're going to, over the next 2 races, we're going to eliminate 3 drivers.
That's right. Starting your front row is the car number 99 of Anthony Cordell. It's outside, and car number 17, Pete Kiley. Second row inside, car number 75 of Jesse Jondra. And then let's see here. Randy Rockwell will move up to the spot. Then you got James Schmidt starting 5th, and Brent Pryor be on his outside, Brett.
Now, have you got access to your phone?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to just send you something, so I'll fix a few things up on the stream, but other than that, it's all going according to plan.
Green flag.
As the green flag's going to fly in tonight's C main. 12 laps is going to be the distance, and Steve, this is also going to help tear the track up just a little bit, so where we can have that multiple groove racing here later on in tonight's feature event. As well, the battle is going to be on for 2nd and 3rd right now. Pete Kiley over Jesse John's run in Canada 75. It's Kiley to hold on to 2nd, but your race leader Anthony Cordell.
Well, look now, you got a new leader coming out of down the front straightaway. That is going to be Pete Kiley in a 17 car.
Okay. You know what? That's fine with what you got just there. We're all good. We'll leave it at that. I don't know it wasn't showing up on my screen for some reason, but anyhow, we'll go back to the action on track at the moment. 4 down this time by with 8 laps left to run. In your AC2 Skinz, presented by Monsters of Dirt UMP Modified Series. Kiley, the 17, your race leader. 2nd, here comes Cordell on the outside. He's going to run right through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Steve, that outside line is starting to come in right now. And these drivers, if they're on the bottom side, they're going to have to move up. Otherwise, they may just get past.
Yes, they are. And you're right. I am getting trouble over text, but that's all right. But you look at Cordell run that high line up next to the wall. Actually gets in the wall that time. You got Jesse Jondra right behind him. And, you know, right now they're giving each other respect because they know they're going to make it into the B main.
Let me do that. I'm going to get back to Tommy in just a moment. I'm going to get back to him after this B main and the reason why I do this. But your leader, the 17 of Kiley, still holds on. Look at Cordell. He's went back to the bottom side, and now that's going to give Jesse John's run in Canada 75J a chance and an opportunity to make that high line work. It was working for Cordell, and I'm very surprised to see him go back down low. So at the moment, although this track isn't all that slick off right now, they are still making these multiple lines work with 2, make that 3 to run.
That's right, 3 to run as they go down. Coming out of turn number 4. This is close tight racing for the 2nd spot.
Yeah, it really is. Cordell on the outside as they'll get the white flag this time by off of turn number 4. Pete Kiley, the number 17 machine. He has led since the drop of the green flag. 1 to run here at the Limaland Motorsports Park in your C main for your AC2 Skinz UMP Modified Series, presented by Monsters of Dirt into 3 and 4. For the final time, Cadill's going to run. Can he make it happen on the outside? Cadill, he's stolen the win. 0.086 of a second over Pete Kiley in 2nd. 3rd, Jesse Jondron. And 4th is going to go to James Schmidt. 5th 5th, 6th, and 7th, they are going to be sent packing. Well, 5th is going to be Brent Pryor. Randy Rockwell was 6th. In fact, it was just 6 cars for that C main. And now we put 12 on the track, 14 on the board. Top 11 go through.
All right, Brett, starting your front row. It's Blake Garrett on his outside, Dylan Petty. Second row inside, Bryce Nichols on his outside. Car number 24 JR is Daniel Cummings Jr. Third row inside is Chris Myers and John Etheridge. Then starting 7th is Rocky Battenfield and Aaron Brumbelow will start 8th. Starting 9th is Anthony Cordell and Pete Kelly. Starting 10th, Jesse Jondra will start 11th and James Schmidt will start 12th.
All right, just quick, I'm going to go back to that comment. The reason why I was telling Steve to check his phone was because I've been doing this for nearly 2 years. Steve has done it probably, what, a handful of times?
Right.
Less than 10 times?
Less than 10
running
times.
the cameras?
Right.
Yeah, and the only way someone's going to get better is if they be helped, is how I'll
That's
put
right.
it. Because, yeah, the only way to get better is by doing it yourself, but you're not going to do it by yourself. You're gonna make those errors, and by God, people know, and I know that I used to make those, when I first started out. So that's the reason why I was just telling him. So, Tom, screw you.
Lots right. We're going green this time. Blake Garrett on the loud metal out of turn number 4. Look at Dylan Petty run the high side. And he's going to try to get a run as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. They're side by side for a lead. Dylan Petty to the lead, going to turn number 3. But look at Garrett battling back on the inside. Garrett will lead that lap.
Well, this is an entertaining start to the B main here tonight, and well, we know that 11 out of the 12 will go through as Petty slides up in front of Garrett, but he comes back down the racetrack, gives Garrett that top side. Nichols and Cummings side by side, Battenfield, and also Chris Myers side by side. So 3 lots of 2 by 2, Steve. Garrett slides up in front of Dylan Petty, and Petty crosses back underneath Steve. This racetrack is awesome.
That's right. It's now worked in where they're going to have one hell of a feature race coming up for 50 laps. But look at Daniel Cummings Jr. working that bottom groove, going down the front straightaway. And now you see Blake Garrett trying to battle back. Him and Petty get into each other and come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Now look at Cummins working that bottom groove. But it's going to be Blake Garrett coming out forward with the momentum to lead lap number 5.
Yeah, what a great start to the B main tonight. 7 to make that 6 to run this time by. Oh no, Petty and Cummings Jr. going to rob panels down into turn number 3 and 4. It's Daniel Cummings Jr. to hold on to second position. Nichols is now going to move into third. Fourth is Dylan Petty, and he's got Chris Myers in that number 18 machine working to the inside. There is action still all over this racetrack. Steve, you can go back to about the 10th and 11th spot. You've got 3 cars battling it out for the final 2 transfer positions.
That's right, and they're almost 3 wide.
It's the 67 of James Schmidt, the 17 of Pete Kiley, and the 421 of John Etheridge. It's going to be 3 to run this time by for your race leader, Steve. Time's running out for the guys in the back.
Yes, it is, and definitely. I mean, you got to make a move now if you're going to. And right now, we're on board with the owner, John Etheridge, just to see what he sees going down the track. Oh, see him cut the U-tire there. What a fun little manage to watch.
It is so easy to do it here. I did it in a 360 many times last night. As a white flag will fly in tonight's B-main. No, it won't. In fact, we've still got, I'm thinking it was a 12 lap, but we've still got 3 to run. My apologies.
You're trying to hurry this up.
This is what happens when I've got too much time on my hands. I don't know what to do.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Brett, for letting me work the cameras tonight, get some more practice in. As you see, is Blake Garrett dominating that high side. Cummins falling right behind him. And they come up with 2 laps to go.
White flag.
Oh, white flag. Not bad. See, now I'm like you. White flag is out for Garrett. And you look at Cummins, one last ditch effort trying to the bottom line, cannot do it. And your finishing results will look like this. Blake Garrett, Daniel Cummins Jr., Dylan Petty, Bryce Nichols, Aaron Brumbelow, Rocky Battenfield, Chris Myers, Jesse Jonder, Anthony Cordell, and James Schmidt. And then you have John Etheridge and Pete Kelly. What a race, what a race.
Well, that is the preliminary action complete. Steve, I am just about to head out. So what we're going to do before we take a quick commercial break, of course, want to give a shout out to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Without them, none of this would be possible. It would be thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. Don't forget to check them out on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. And of course, we are live tonight on Facebook and YouTube. Of course, Steve running the cameras here tonight. So, Steve, again, thank you. But I'm going to jump out. Got to go do some things, and I will be back later on. So good luck with the broadcast, and feel free to play a couple of ads.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll be right back after this.
Green flag. Everybody.
I want to be a wreck behind you. Give me a wreck behind you.
So I don't know what to do.
Somebody put oil down. We're on the fence.
Are they flagging it? Flag, white flag. Clear. Man, this is it. Check the flag.
All right, folks, we just got a few seconds left of final practice. And right now, top of the charts is Hayden Cardwell and Jordan Casey. 1 and 2, Shane James. Third on the speed charts was Blake Devin. Fourth, and Dylan Thomas. Your top 5 in the speeds in final practice. And now, are we ready for future race time? All right, starting your front row in car number 7 is Hayden Cardwell. On his outside in car number 3 in his HRE Motorsports, Shane James. Your second row inside, a car number 00, Swindell Speed Labs entry, Kendall Tucker. And his D1RT entry, car number 42, Jordan Casey. Your third row inside, car number 25 is Zach McSwain. And outside of him, at car number 84, it's Clay Devin. Starting your fourth row at car number 26 is Eric Scalf, and outside of him is Dylan Thomas. Starting ninth is Kevin McNatt, and Daniel Powell will start 10th. Jason McConnell will start 11th. Blake Murray will start 12th. Starting 13th is Blake Garrett, and Daniel Cummings on his outside will start 14th. Bryce Nichols will start 15th. Dylan Petty will start 16th. 17th is Aaron Brumbelow. Then you got Rocky Battenfield starting 18th. Chris Myers starting 19th, Jesse Jondra starting 20th. Anthony Cardle, now trying to say his name because it's not Cordell, we know that. Then you got James Schmidt and John Etheridge. Lights are out of base vehicle. We're going 50 laps here at Limaland. This is the Monsters of Dirt AC2 Skinz UMP Modified Series. Hayden Cardwell and Shane James will lead the field to the green flag. Pace truck will pull off this time. Cardwell on lap pedal. Green flag is out. He gets a good jump and look right there at Kendall Tucker moving quickly up in the second spot. And also Shane James falling back to third has some company as Jordan Casey is now trying to take over the third spot. You see double file racing all the way through the pack except for the first 2 spots on the track. So look, as they come out, turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Kendall Tucker has company. Jordan Casey working that bottom groove. They're trying to get a run, but Tucker has momentum. Look at Shane James running the high line there, coming out on the front straightaway. Now you see Cardwell on the high side, allowing Kendall Tucker to try to close the gap. Look at Shane James in the 3 car. He's battling back on the inside of Jordan Casey for that third spot. As we go back into 8th spot, you see Dylan Thomas battling with Eric Scalf there. That's for 7th and 8th. Then you see Daniel Powell and Jason McConnell. And we have a caution on the track. The caution will come out the first time on lap number 6. The completion is lap 6 as they're on late lap 8. Anthony Cottle. So right now, your top 5 is Hayden Cardwell, Kendall Tucker, Jordan Casey, Shane James, and Zach McSwain is currently 5th. Look at Zach McSwain's car in the 25. All right, lights go off on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time. Pace truck pulls off. Hayden Cardwell and Tucker side by side. Green flag is out. Hayden Cardwell's on the loud pedal. They go into turn number 1. Look at Casey trying to dig low there As they come out to their side by side for that second spot. Casey over the tires. Coming out 4. But no, it'll be Kendall Tucker with that second spot. And you look back in that 4th spot, they were 3 wide for a moment. And they go to turn number 3, come out turn number 4. Look at Casey. Starting to close the gap even on Cardwell. Run that bottom side. Look at Casey go. Casey is running it hard, and Cardwell's on the top. Now Casey's at the side of him. Coming out of 2, going down the back straightaway this time. You look at Cardwell, he has the momentum and advantage off the high side, and Casey, he's just slinging it on the bottom. As you look, they go down the back straightaway. They're still side by side. But look at Shane James start to close in on the 00 Kendall Tucker as they complete lap number 14 of 50. As we look further back, Dylan Eddy in the 5 car. He's currently in 13th place. You see Rocky Batfield in 14th. And you also see Kevin McNatt in the 43B machine. Some good racing mid-pack here, too. As we look, Jordan Casey's now shown your leader, but caution comes out. Caution is on the raceway. Oh, it's Jesse Jondra, Chris Myers involved in that, and Anthony Caudill in car number 99. So, on the leaderboard right now, it shows Jordan Casey's your leader. And how that happened was when the caution came out, he had a nose over Cardwell. All right, lights will go off on a pace truck this time as they are working lap number 20 of 50. And green flag's out. Well, you look at Tucker trying to get a jump, did not work for him. As you see Casey going down the back straightaway, going to the bottom. Look at Hayden Cardwell running in the middle groove now. But further back, Shane James is running the high side with Zach McSwain. As you see Casey continue to lead, going down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Out turn number 4, they're 3 wide. What's a great race and action here with the Monsters of Dirt AC2 Skinz UMP Modified Series. As you look, they're still even 3 wide, trying battling for that 3rd and 4th spot there. And look at Eric Scalf is in 6th spot. Oh, Shane James a little loose. Gathers it back up on the back straightaway. Scalf right behind him now. Now you see the top 4 single file, and then you got 5th, 6 side by side in turn number 3 coming out of turn number 4. Now you look at Cardwell trying to bottom side, see he has anything for his teammate Jordan Casey as they go into turn number 3. The top 5 or top 6 run the high side. Then you got double foul all back with Blake Garrett and Jason McConnell running 7th and 8th. Kendall Tucker now attacking Aiden Cardwell for that 6th spot slide job. Cardwell in the back of Tucker there on the back straightaway. Whenever you see Cardwell and Tucker battling, that will open up the gap for Jordan Casey. That's all it takes. And now you look at McSwain. He's trying to look in. And see Cardwell now diving to the bottom into turn 1. Slide job. Now you look at Tucker back underneath the crossover. Then they go back in turn number 3. Guess what he's going to do? Slide job on Cardwell. Cardwell now back underneath. Look at these drivers go. Very talented. How they race. They go down the back straightaway side by side. This has always been a fun little track to run. Now you look, your top 6 have kind of broken away a little bit from your 7th place of Blake Garrett. Then you go back to the 114 of McConnell, then Powell and Petty. Then you have Clay Devon, and you got Thomas. Ooh, Cummins a little loose there. He would lose some spots, but meanwhile, going back up front, you see Cardwell running the bottom. Look at Shane James. Woo, Shane James. Wow, caution is out on the racetrack. And it might have been Anthony involved in that one. I'm not too sure. Oh, there's Chris Myers. He's involved. And you look at your race leader, Jordan Casey, in that car number 42 D1RT entry. Blake Garrett now in 7th spot. Jason McConnell in 8th. Brian Powell is 9th. And Dylan Thomas is 3rd. All right, lights are on the pace vehicle. We're going green this time by. And we're going to go on board with Kendall Tucker on a restart here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. You see, he's already inside of Jordan Casey. As you look for the battle, look at him. Tucker, slide job, cannot complete it, but now Cardwell back in 2nd spot. Tucker will lose a spot, but now look here. McSwain, slide job, trying to get 2nd or 3rd place from Tucker. He goes to the bottom of turn number 3. Slides into the middle of the track. He now has 3rd spot. That's Zach McSwain, Tucker in the wall. Shane James. Oh, they're all bouncing on each other right there. They're 3 wide. Further back. Oh!
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
I believe that was Aaron Brumbelow that brought in the caution. He hit the pit or the back wall entrance opening. As they complete lap number 41. So 9 laps to go. All right, they're going to double them back up. It's going to be Jordan Casey bringing him to the green flag with Hayden Cardwell outside. Now Zach McSwain on the inside 2nd row with Tucker on his outside. Pace truck wheels off. Green flag's out for Jordan Casey. They're going green flag racing. Look at him. He's off. But look here. That's a 25 car. Run that middle line. Let's come down the back straightaway. Teammates run the high line. Casey in the wall. Oh! Beating the banging. That's part of racing, though. And you look at Blake Garrett in the 257 battling Tucker. This is like a 5-car battle for the lead. Look at McSwain running the bottom side, sliding up, but Casey will have the momentum on the high side. Oh, Casey in the wall. Oh, the 7-car round. Oh, tough luck there. Caution is out. Hayden Cardwell getting into Casey. Daniel Powell involved in that too in the 32. Drama, drama, drama. Lights are out on pace vehicle. We're going green this time by Mick Swain out on the outside. I don't know what's happening on the front straightaway, but we're still going green. Hits toward Casey and Zach McSwain side by side. Green flag is out. We're off. And you can look at Casey going directly to the bottom, running the slider line, coming out of turn number 2 on the high side. But look at McSwain trying to make something happen. He would duck underneath at the bottom. He'll try to slide up. Cannot complete as Casey run the high line that turn. Now Casey back to the bottom. Look at here, look at here. They're going down the back straightaway. Final time. Jordan Casey. He will pick up tonight's feature race win. Jordan Casey comes home the victorious. Zach McSwain will come home second. Blake Garrett will come home third. Eric Scout fourth. Rocky Battenfield fifth. Bryce Nichols sixth. Seventh is Daniel Cummings Jr. Eighth is Dylan Petty. Ninth is Hayden Cardwell. John Etheridge will come home 10th. Then you have Blake Murray 11th. Jason McConnell 12th. Jesse Jondra 13th. Shane James 14th. Daniel Bow 15th. Dylan Thomas 16th. Clay Devins 17th. Kendall Tucker 18th. Anthony Cottle comes home 19th. Aaron Brumbelow 20th. Then you have Chris Myers, Kevin McNatt, and James Schmidt. What can you say about that? What a race. Alrighty, let's look here. And see here, who do we have for the interviews tonight of the Monsters of Dirt AC2 Skinz UMP Modified Series? Well, I do see here Blake Garrett, who came home in third spot. We'll go ahead and talk to him real quick. Mr. Blake Garrett, do you have a copy, sir? Blake Garrett? Hello? Blake, do you got a copy? Hello, Blake. Yep, no choo-choos tonight. And I guess he can't hear me. So, I don't see anybody else. So, I guess we're going to call it a night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Monsters of Dirt AC2 Skinz UMP Modified Series. As Jordan Casey will pick up the win, Zach McSwain came home second. Blake Garrett came home third. Eric Scalf was fourth. And Rocky Battenfield round out your top 5. I'm Steve McMillan, and we'll see you next time on Ultimate Dirt TV. Good night.